So I typically don't review Kendra's videos because I kind of suck at it. But um, I'm going to review this one mainly because she did a lot of commenting in the comment section, specifically on Instagram. Maybe she did it on YouTube and Facebook as well, but I'll be focused on Instagram because that's where she responded back to me. And also, her situation is quite not unique, but it's somewhat, but it's very it's the complication of it is very common, but obviously a unique for her. So that's why I want to review her situation. She just doesn't have an understanding, which is also very common, and I don't understand how you don't understand what people's misunderstanding is. But we're gonna pause it, go to the YouTube channel, so we can review the whole thing and go from there. All right, here we are. It's 17 minutes long, which probably means this video is going to be about 45. But bear with me, I guess.
Hi. Hey, oh, you look ready. I love this. Oh, good light, camera stand. This is what I'm talking about. What's your name, baby girl? The ladies been on point tonight. They were on point on TikTok. I love this. How do you say your name, love?
Constance.
Constance. Where you calling me from?
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. How old are you?
I'm 34. How'd you think about it?
34?
Yes.
What you do for a living?
I do marketing and graphic design.
Marketing. Oh, my pants dying. Graphic design. You have any kids?
I have one boy.
How old's your son?
He is 5 going on 35.
5. Why you not with the dad?
34, 5 years old, so got pregnant with him at 20, birthed him at 29. All right, for if that means anything going forward, just want to point that out.
We were married, and he had an affair. And I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna try to work it out, but he didn't do right, so I left.
Okay. I'm sorry that you had to go through that. When did you get a divorce?
We divorced about 4 years ago.
4 years ago. Okay. So your child was what, 1?
He was 2.
2. Okay. And what's your zodiac sign?
So the divorce happened pretty close to the birth, which in these situations is like, how long did you know him? Because it's hard to believe that people hide this type of behavior this well. So that's why a lot of times you really call into question how it got to this point to where you're with someone who quote unquote doesn't act right, and you're solely speaking on cheating. But the way she worded it on Instagram, as if it's more than just cheating. But we'll get there. Just take notes.
Constance?
I'm a Taurus.
Taurus, when's your birthday?
May 20th.
Oh, almost. I'm May 7th. All right.
Okay.
Taurus gang, you know it's the best sign. Don't play with it.
It is.
All right, so we got Constance, Oklahoma, 34, Taurus. Is a mom, divorced. She works in marketing, graphic design. Let's do it. I love that you're ready. You got good light. You don't understand how much I love this girl. What kind of man you looking for?
I want someone funny. Because I'm funny. I can't carry the relationship. It can't just be on me. So, charismatic for sure. God-fearing. I want a man that can lead. I don't know. I want
Take note. She wants him to lead. That's important.
a good man, but everyone does. So I want a good, loyal man that I can bring to my parents.
Okay. Yeah. What are your deal breakers?
Excessive smoking and drinking. I don't smoke or drink at all.
A good loyal man she can bring to her parents. Also important.
I've never smoked or drank, so I don't demand for someone else to not smoke or drink because I understand that can be hard for people, but just too much is a deal breaker. A liar. I'm a very transparent person, so liars.
And this is not specific to her, but why do people say the deal breaker is liars or lying or cheating, abusive? You're naming traits that the person isn't going to try to show you. So to say it's a deal breaker, well, no shit, but telling this person, hey, don't be a liar. If they're a liar, they're gonna lie. That doesn't make any sense. It was just not specific to her. Just kind of annoying when I hear that so much.
All right, number 1. I guess that's I don't want someone with a whole bunch of baby mamas. That's a deal breaker for sure. think that's about it.
All right, and what about on those are deal breakers? Should he look a certain way?
Good. I want a fine man. Ethnicity doesn't matter. You want someone that is attractive. I don't want to say you want the one that everyone wants, but you want a man who's gonna turn heads and that can accept that attention and not be,
Not someone that everyone wants, but will turn heads. Have you been paying attention to women? That's literally what all of you want. The dudes that turn heads are kind of a very small group, usually tall, also in shape with, handsome face. Like that's usually all of you. Usually.
out there.
And not go after it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you say you're open to ethnicities.
Yeah.
Was your husband
No,
black?
he's Vietnamese.
Oh, okay.
So I have a Malaysian baby.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
And here's one thing. Again, this is not specific to her. I've been seeing like the back and forth between black men and black women. Here's the thing that really annoys me, and I know it's a detour, but I really have to point this out. As you see there, her ex-husband was not black. She did not blame his not doing well or cheating on her on him being Vietnamese. But yet every time I see, and again, this is for both sides, when we fail with each other, a lot of times it's because the race. Well, how do we say that other races can't stereotype us if we literally stereotype each other? If your relationship fails with another race, it's not because of their race, but when we fail with each other, it's because of the race. That shit is really getting on my nerves, and I'm seeing it on both sides. It's really, really annoying the hell out of me.
Yes, I would love to be a stay-at-home wife. But I know in this economy that's asking a lot. So I guess maybe I don't know. I don't want to put a cap on it because if he is,
I understand she's trying to be, reasonable, giving, but I really get annoyed at this stay-at-home wife thing only because it's when I heard them like kind of explain it, like things like soft life and rest in femininity and all that. It almost they paint the picture of like they're like there should be no working involved in their life, or the work should be like I just go grocery shopping at the softest, brightest grocery store, and then like just come home to an easy cruise up the. It's like life has stress in it. Like if you don't ever feel like you're working, that means the other person is working like quadruple fold. And if you are really asking that, do you care about me at all? If you're okay with that. So that's the only thing that really bugs me about the stay-at-home wife thing. It sounds like when they paint a picture of like literally no work on their end, all the work on your end, because real men, blah blah blah. But keep moving.
Not making a lot, but he's the man of my dreams. I wouldn't want to turn him away.
Okay.
I don't know. He got to make something though, because I'm kind of spoiled.
She's kind of spoiled. Okay. So no number, but you do well.
Please.
Okay. Please.
No rappers or he's trying to start his career. But I have such a huge heart. I feel like if I see the potential in him, I'm like, okay, well, we got to get you an LLC, and but I don't want to fix every man I'm with. So can he have his stuff together? Is all I'm asking.
All right, have it together. Should he be in?
How is not having an LLC mean you're broken or something? And I said it because of the wording she's using. Do women really think this? Like if you don't literally own your own business, you're broken? I don't get the reason with that. The whole you need to have an LLC. I just don't understand it.
Oklahoma?
Yeah. Can he move to Oklahoma? I don't feel like can he have his stuff together is all I'm asking.
All right, have it together. Should he be in Oklahoma?
Yeah. Can he move to Oklahoma? I don't feel like my husband's in Oklahoma, but I want him to be open to moving because my ex-husband might not have been a good husband, but he's a phenomenal father. And I think that that's really selfish of me to move me and my child away from him. So I would like to stay here because of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
that is what everybody was focusing on in the comment section that we're going to go look at. And she really does not understand. Listen. And this is really with anybody with a situation, but specifically women because we're talking about her. The idea, there seems to be like this inability to grasp the idea or just don't want to. The understanding that I kind of put myself in a little awkward of a situation with the help of my baby daddy or ex-husband. Like, because her situation is, well, if I move, now I got to do a long-term ship my kid back and forth or give up custody and I be the one who comes sees my kid. Or I got to, like, date long distance and go and see him here and there and he's more likely to cheat and all. That's a rock and a hard spot. And that's your reality. You being uncomfortable with that doesn't make it not your reality. And again, when we go to the comments section, well, let's just play a little bit longer. I'm not gonna play the whole thing because that's the main part. But just to see if she goes over anything else that's important.
If it gets serious, he has to be open to moving to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
Cam, I don't accept your rant. Wait, this is just my lounge area. I mean, my lounge outfit, okay?
Okay, all right. Ooh, see you, girl. So, Constance, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship ended this summer. I found out he was lying to me. And I mean, I get, some people tell a little white lie. I understand that, I get that not everyone is perfect, but he lied and told me that his baby mama was dead. And I was so sad. I know. I was like, he had potential to be
that character that was revealed, the fact that he said
he put the whole story, like it was a,
how did you find out she wasn't dead?
Girl, he always said, we're going to find a good man with children.
So I skipped ahead a little bit because you're talking about something that nobody cares about.
And have a blended family because I don't know. I don't know.
So would you date a guy with kids?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
So the request is you don't want any more kids, and that's fine. And you want this man, if potentially, so this will be the man that you're requesting. You don't want to have any more kids, so he should have a kid. But if he has a kid, he has to be open to moving himself and the kid to Oklahoma and getting a job in Oklahoma.
That's asking a lot, huh?
Well, I just think that when people...
And another thing that comes along with that I'm not sure if she fully understood is Kendra said you have to get a job in Oklahoma. Now, granted, you should plan ahead and make sure you have a job prior to moving, but there's going to be a lot of moving parts in this type of arrangement. So there is a chance that he might have to say, okay, there's no job lined up now, but everything else is put in place, so I'm going to have to look for a job once I get there. Though the ones I have pending, also put in some more applications, but we're going to have to play it that way if we're going to make this move, right? I'm not going to try to hypothetical any more of a situation because I'll be all day trying to think of one. But that's a probable situation. Is she going to be okay with footing the bills for however long? And then also remember, if he's moving to you, are you going to, I don't know, I forget if she rents her own. I don't think Kendra asked her. But are you going to now move and we both get together? Or am I literally just moving into your house? In which you want to lead her. Do I now lead her this fucking house? Another thing that I don't really think they take into consideration.
You got to think of all the things, right? Not saying it's impossible, but I understand your point of view. Your point of view is you want a man. You don't want to. You want to still, even though you're not with your ex-husband, you don't want to take your child away. But this could become a challenge. I mean, your best bet is to meet a man that's already in Oklahoma, right? So this way he's not uprooting his life. Yeah. But the request is you want a man that's willing to move to Oklahoma. So it'd be one thing if you were open to having more kids and then maybe y'all start your own family. But you don't want any more kids.
But let me not say that because I feel like, I mean, if I find my husband and he want more kids, why would I say no to that? I love being a mom. So I guess that is kind of selfish of me to say I don't want no more kids because but I don't know. I guess I'd be open to that if it's the right one. Like if we have a successful, healthy marriage, then I'd be okay with that. But
another thing. Listen to how she's talking, what she's saying. If I meet my husband, then I wouldn't mind having more children, blah, blah, blah. What's going on in her head, to me, sounds like one of those ideal marriage type situations, which would be her second marriage, also with, another set of children. What are the chances of that? And we have to ask this question. Again, rocking the hard spots, your reality. What are the chances that you have one marriage that started off, I'm pretty sure, happy and all that shit, and then you leave that one, and it's somehow this magical co-parenting situation, and now you have another happy marriage with children and all that shit. Like, the idea that we have this belief that we can just leave each other, meet new people, and all is well. don't really understand where that comes from. Is that movies? Like, who the hell painted that picture? That's like it would be smart to chance that as opposed to just staying with the guy that gets side pussy. Like, what makes sense of that?
Are you always gonna live around your child's father?
I mean, I guess until he gets old enough, go off to college. But I don't know. I just feel like I feel like there are so many people who wish they had the type of support that I have, with my child's father. We have a very good co-parenting relationship. He gets my kid. I mean, honestly, we fight over that. Like, can I please have my son because he's an active dad. So I just feel like that'd be so selfish of me to take that away. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's something you gotta. I mean, it's definitely gonna interfere with your options of men. Because, there might be a man that might be into you, but he might want you to move to him or whatever the case may be. So it has to be a guy already that's open to move to Oklahoma. Who knows what the job will be there. But okay, I mean, you put it out there. That's what will work for you.
Now look at the situation you just described. Picture perfect co-parenting, blah, blah, blah. People, I refuse to, and I'll put myself in that position. I refuse to believe that we are just so awesome of people enough to have this picture perfect co-parenting situation, but we can't be adult enough to work this. We can make two households work, not one. I don't buy it. I don't fucking buy it. Another thing. No, let's play a little more.
Let's see if we can find a man that can fit that. What's the age range you would date, Constance?
I don't want anything younger than me. So, I mean, 34 and up, maybe 33. I'm pushing it, but 30.
Why can't y'all work it out? You and your husband?
No. I don't want anyone to think that I just said deuces and left. I definitely did try while we were married, but he just wasn't acting right, and I felt like I deserved better than that, and I felt like it was better for me to.
Again, she said cheated, and now she keeps using the phrase, also on Instagram, as you'll see soon, acting right. What does that mean? Is it just cheating? Why don't you keep using the word cheating? If it's something else, you offer this up, so it's going to make people wonder, what else is it for you to just keep saying acting right?
While my child was still so small that he didn't understand the concept of mommy and daddy are together.
That logic is stupid as shit. I wanted to leave the marriage while my child was young enough so he wouldn't see us together. Oh my God. What? And this is absolutely coming from a guy. I don't have kids, but putting myself in it and just in a guy who, hypothetically, if I did, I have to ask the question. These reasons and rations and logic, can men also use those? Can men go, look, really want to feel my wife like that, so I figured, you know what, we gotta get a divorce before she had them fucking kids. Like she was pregnant, and I just knew, if the kid, like if she give birth while we're married, she's going to get used to us being together, and that's going to set us up for failure. So I decided to just hand my wife the papers while she was pregnant because it just made the most sense. So, nobody would get too comfortable. It sounds stupid because it is. Because it is. It's stupid. We had to get a divorce while my child was 2, so he wouldn't appreciate us being together. Come on, man. You just use that as an excuse to leave. You decided, you know what? I'm a little thick. I'm pretty. He's already said he's going to be a great dad. Awesome dad. I can see it. And if it stays that way, I can have the best of both worlds. Involve dad and go out here and fuck around a little bit. That's what I take from this.
And so now, we have family dinners. He was down at my parents' house for Thanksgiving. We have a you family kind of vibe. It's no.
Listen to that, and that's the part I want to draw here. And I'm about to go to. Hold on, my bad. That's why I'm about to go to Instagram. But listen to what she said. I'm going to rewind it 10 seconds. Listen to it again.
He was down at my parents' house for Thanksgiving. We have the concept of mommy and daddy are together. And so now, we have family dinners. He was down at my parents' house for Thanksgiving. We have a you family kind of vibe. It's no.
We have a new family. You're still together. You're still married, just not fucking, apparently, I guess. We'll take your word on that. You're still with him, you're just not fucking. That's still like uncomfortable. Like let's think about this. Let's think about this situation. You go to, let's say a kid gets into some sport. The dad's gonna be there, right? So everywhere I go, this nigga there. Cause it involves your kid. Holidays. Sounds like y'all gonna have plenty of excuse to see each other, smile, interact very comfortably. Y'all also, and this is generally speaking, co-parents have an excuse to be emotional with each other. Anger, that leads to fucking. Happiness, that leads to fucking. Sadness, that leads to fucking. Like, you have a lot of reason to be emotional with each other, to be involved with each other. And then specifically this situation, oh, it's such a good parenting conversation, parenting co-parenting situation. We're technically still married. What? So why the fuck am I here? Why? So you're gonna be married twice, once and a half? Because that's what that would be. You're married once and a half. To me and your ex-husband. Because y'all still operate as if you're married. It's basically a brother-husband situation. I'm your husband in this house and he's your husband over there. Because we all know that if you need something and that ex-husband is, available, or most equipped to do it or whatever, he should do it, right? So that's still your fucking husband. And then me. So you're married once, 1.5 times. This is retarded. This is fucking retarded. Your marriage couldn't work until you got it on path to a new one. So now when you get a new one, that marriage, ex-marriage, still functions. Oh, let's get to Instagram. All right, we're back on Instagram. Now we're about to go to her comment section. Oops. Okay, this is her account here. I figured by now she'd have locked it up because people talking shit. But let's go through the 21 posts she's had real quick. First, her stories. Her son. All right, enough of that. Enough of that. So not only are you going to be married into your other marriage, I gotta deal with this shit, ladies. This is annoying. No, it no way doesn't mean you were fucking this guy. Absolutely not. It's still annoying. Where is this? What is this? Just some guy that just gets to do this, huh? Gets to and be all touchy feely. All right. Don't get with her and try to change her. Literally creating boundaries is changing people in today's world. Okay, don't care. You gave yourself something this birthday, okay. I can't settle for just anything. My son is watching. Okay. What exactly is he watching? Is he watching the dates? Is he watching new boyfriend? Like, what exactly is he watching? He's watching A Broken Home. You didn't give a fuck about that. But all right. Okay. And that is a weird thing to put at the end of this. Wow. That is what? I guess that's one of those speak into existence, I guess. Made love for my mama. Oh, mad love for my mama. I was reading that going, what the fuck? All right, let's get back to that comment section. I hate these long ass comments, but I'm gonna read it. Shit. She was mad as hell. All right, here we go. All right. So she said, it's wild to me how many people are so fixated on the idea of me being with my ex-husband instead of celebrating the fact that we've mastered healthy co-parenting for our son. I understand some of y'all might not be familiar with what that looks like, but let me clarify. We are not romantically or sexually involved and haven't been since our separation. What we are is two active parents showing up equally at games, school events, and in everyday life to raise our son together. It's ironic, really. If I had said, sure, I'll drop everything and move across the country for a man, y'all would have been in the comments calling me a bad mother for ripping my son away from his father. But because I prioritize my child's stability and his relationship with his dad, suddenly I'm delusional. Make it make sense. And let's be real, Oklahoma might not be everyone's dream destination, but the loudest ones swearing they'd never move here are the same ones who wouldn't have a chance with me anyway. Bless your heart. Now let's take that from the top. Oh boy, let's take that from the top. This is, if you're going to come on the internet, you probably should have, especially now that she's had 4 years into this, you should probably have an understanding of the people who are just here to talk shit. We know that exists. We know people who are on the internet just to fuck with people. Dude, when I cut back on playing the game, not because I'm an adult, no, but because people, including adults, get on that bitch just to fuck with people. A team game, a first-person shooter game, there are people who jump on the internet just to kill their partners, then kill themselves. So, yes, you best believe on a dating show, there are people who are watching just to call you some piece of shit bitch and get that kick out of your response. So probably should just, suck it up. But anyway, she said what she said. Let's take it from the top. All right. I'm going to read to a certain point, and then, because that's the only way I can get these point by point. So we're going to have to essentially read this whole thing again. It's wild to me how many people are so fixated on the idea of me being with my ex-husband instead of celebrating the fact that we've mastered co-parenting parenting for our son. Okay, the celebrating. That's because in general, overall, we in the society today have put more, we focus more on the after effect solutions and that type of stuff, other than trying to get the shit right in the first place. That's where our investment seems to be in society. Let's have family court and put the emphasis on how we can make divorces and one night stand babies the best of those situations. How much do they put into making sure people get in the right marriages in the first place? We anytime we try to make a move about that and it doesn't sound sexy, people scoff at it. Just co-parent well. Like that is directly attached to your situation because, again, co-parenting. And you're seem to fit right into that. Not, again, two adults try to vet and find the healthiest marriage in the first place, which is, I'm sorry, it's work first. And then all your fun shit after. And that will make it more long lasting than, I guess, what was it? 4 years, maybe. I don't think she said how long she was married. I'm just guessing 4 years because she divorced when her kid was 2. So that's why people are more fixated on you going back or you being with him, because that is the best decision you should have made. Is someone that you could actually have a healthy relationship with. Now, if your response is, "Well, it's all on me," it's not. But you're the one we're talking to. I don't understand how y'all get lost in that. If he was here with the same fucking story of, apparently other guys think differently. I think that about like everybody who says this shit. I'll say it again. There was a guy who came on Kendra's show who was a traveling construction worker with a 4-month-old. My immediate reaction was, take your ass home. Home being the chick just knocked up like a year ago, essentially. Like, damn. Like, why are you here looking for another? go back. And I believe this was like his second baby mama, if I'm not mistaken. But moving on. I understand some of y'all might not be familiar with what that looks like, but let me clarify. We are not romantically or sexually involved and haven't been since our separation. I understand y'all might know what that looks like. Taking a shot at people. Because apparently, I guess the only people who can disagree with her are people who come from terrible co-parenting families and they just are the worst. Like, this is no way to get your message across. You can take jabs at people all you want. I'm not against that. But when you do it in this manner, you obviously are just trying to make people feel a certain way about saying something about you, which takes away from whether you're right or not. What we are is two active parents showing up equally at games, school events, and in everyday life to raise our son together. Like I said before, you have a whole lot of excuses to be around this man, to be involved with this man, to talk to this man, to touch this man, to smile with him, laugh with him, and be angry with him. This in general is what people, those of us who don't have children, are like, I really don't want to be involved with that. Not in a full not in a full way. Like at this point, like a million swipes, I've pretty much come to the conclusion of like, I might only be able to have like very loose relationships. Nothing for real. Because no way in hell am I signing up for this. She only got one. She got one kid. But I'll be damned if literally I am married to you and you still have this marriage to him. Yeah, on paper you're not. But if you're doing all of this, ma'am, that's a marriage. You're married to him still. Just not legally. You are married to him. You can say you're not fucking him all you want. It doesn't matter. You're still married to him. It's ironic, really. If I had said, sure, I'll drop everything and move across the country for a man, y'all would have been in the comments calling me a bad mother for ripping my son away from his father. Well, you're assuming that that's the only thing you could have said. You could have also said something you said you wouldn't do, which is, look, if it comes to that, because again, you could find a guy in Oklahoma. I don't know. I'm not sure how many available guys there are in Oklahoma. But hypothetically, if you absolutely found a guy outside of the States, you did some talking, you did some vetting, you did some digging, and you know what? It came to it. You could simply say, look, I'll allow for the situation for him, since it's a boy, I'll just let him have custody. Since you champion him as a father, and then you go and see him, fly him down, however it works out, as much as you possibly can. Because if you're okay with a broken home, now it matters if you're up the fucking streets and still doing married people shit, lady. Oh my God. Like you're trying to your damnness to go, I'm not married. Bam, I'm not married. But that's what this is. That's what this is. And it's aggravating that you're the one who gets to be offended and have the attitude. When you're literally trying to sell yourself as a single woman. You're not. Being single is not simply you're not fucking the baby daddy or the ex-husband. You're only divorced on paper. You're still going to co-parenting your ass off. I'm not congratulating that. You're still married. Holy shit. But because I prioritize my child's stability and his relationship with his dad, suddenly I'm delusional? Make it make sense. I'm not sure about the delusional part because I didn't use that originally, so whatever. But you can't champion that you prioritize the stability of your son. Well, if that was the case, you would have sucked it up and stayed there. You would have just essentially do what you do now, which is, okay, go fuck who you want, which is what the divorce was about. And I'm going to just go fuck who I want in our spare time. Just make sure we show up to the games on time and the practices and the school meetings and the this. Like everything you listed, you literally could have still did. And slept in that same house. You ignore who he's fucking out, right? You ignore that. It's nothing, right? Why couldn't you ignore it then? You didn't prioritize your son's stability. You prioritized you getting away from the ex-husband. That's what you prioritize. People, I'm not sure if you realize this. I'm not sure what the dictionary definition is, but I'm pretty sure based on the way it's used, you can only have number one on top priority. Only one. The thing that absolutely gets done first before anything else. Yes, everything can be of high priority, but you only have one legit number one. That if all fails, that's what gets the consideration. Let's try to come up with an example here. Shit. So let's say, okay, bill paying. Very easy. So let's say you prioritize all your bills because you don't want shit to get cut off. But if it came down to it, the water is what stays on. Because you know what? We live in a warm place and the heat we don't need the heat. We don't need the electricity, but we be damned if we don't wash our ass, even if the water's cold. That would be you prioritizing the water. Yes, all the bills have priority. You want them to stay on. But if all else fails, it's the water that gets to stay on. You did that with your ability to stay away from the baby daddy or the ex-husband. That's what you prioritize, not your son's stability. All right? Don't make your decision sound more than what it is. Just be real. And let's be real. Oklahoma might not be everyone's dream destination, but the loudest ones swearing they never move here are the same ones who wouldn't have a chance with me anyways. Bless your hearts. Again, now you just want to make people shut the fuck up because, she wouldn't be with me. Okay? And I'm not trying to say this. I'm not trying to be an ass, but I'm trying to just give you an example how somebody else can be just as much of a smart ass, especially if they're like quick witty with it. You're overweight. They can say, bitch, I ain't moving for no fat chick. The fuck you talking about? I was literally just talking about Oklahoma. Like this didn't do anything for your case. I guess it made you feel good, but it did nothing for your case. And then I responded with, I think people's criticism was simply, go back to your husband. It just makes the most sense. Now, I didn't expand on that because, again, I really hate typing. As you see, my videos are long. I would even say for no reason because I feel the need to explain to minimize the ability for people to go, I didn't get that. Just the fuck you did. I explained it. So I kept it very brief, but as you all know by what I mean at this point. And she responds with, God, lady, stop it with the paragraphs and essays. Shit. But she responded, but why? Why would I choose to be miserable in a relationship just to create some false narrative of a perfect family for my son? Unhappy parents create toxic environments and kids can feel that tension no matter how well you try to hide it. Okay, I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to go point by point now or paragraph by paragraph. You don't have to create the illusion of a perfect family just to stay your ass there. You don't. You create the illusion of a perfect parenting situation. What's the difference? The literal only difference is, I guess, you're not sleeping in the house with the man. Because, again, you can sleep in the house and not fuck him. So, why not? Why not do it? This is the bullshit that I hate. Keeping it focused on an extreme because if you bring up any nuance whatsoever, she's wrong. Again, your priority was not your son's stability. It was your, I guess, feelings or emotions or whatever the hell it was because you said create toxic environments. You don't have to create that at all. You don't. Are you telling me that the father wouldn't have been as cooperative in his in his thing with his son? Because that would have pretty much eliminate the whole he's a great dad. That eliminates it. Because if you say, all right, listen, you cheated, so here's the deal. We're going to co-parent, essentially. Getting divorced makes no sense. Now we pay 2 sets of bills. Then we got to potato hop the kid, whatever. But on my spare time, we're going to do what I do. Whether it's dating, fucking, whatever. The same shit you do now. I'm not sure how it's any different, which is why I'm giving this example. And then he can continue to do what he does. I just don't understand. Like, one time, there was this lady who went viral, and she said essentially what I'm saying now, but it was, you could hear how she's only trying to do it to break the dude down emotionally because she wanted him to feel the same pain she felt. But ladies, you literally could just be very rational about it and go, nigga, I know the deal. Stepping out, she's calling me, I see the receipts, blah, blah, blah. So how about we just be fair? Can you be fair and rational? You doing what you do. So in my spare time, let's make it fair. I get to go do what I do, and then we can continue to have this family and raise our children. Like, you can be rational about it instead of trying to be vindictive about it. Now, granted, I understand it was somebody who's obviously was lying, but your solution to blow it up, as you know, is not the best decision, which is why you try to hide it with, I'm not going to try and pretend to be perfect. I'm going to get a divorce and we can still pretend to be married. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Moving on. Instead, we chose peace. We chose to be happily separated, to co-parent with love and respect, and to show our son what healthy relationships actually look like. Whether romantic or not, he's surrounded by love, stability, and 2 parents who show up for him every day. Oh, again, ma'am, how is this not achievable in the same house? How about this? How about this? You go and sign and file the divorce and still stay in the same house. How's that? How's that? Could you do that? How is that any different than what you do now? Huh? You can't tell everybody you're just fucking around. You couldn't. Again, this is bullshit, and you know it. You just prioritize. This is my chance. I get to get on out of here and start scot-free. Yay me. That's what I get from this, because your logic makes no fucking sense. Because you didn't have to do what you did to get the situation you got. You didn't. That's like you ever see these channels about people who finance cars, and then they end up with a 2002 Camry, like 30,000 left. And they're like, what the fuck happened? Well, see, you know what I'm saying? Like, not Camry, let's say Hellcat. That seems to be the popular thing. Extremely overpriced Hellcat. Like, it's only worth like 18 grand, but they in debt like 80,000. It's like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta get places fast, and Hellcats is fast, so I had to take the deal. Like, it's like, no, you didn't. You could have got a car that goes the speed limit, because that's all you can do anyway, legally, and still got to where you're going. That's essentially what this is, except like not with cars. You get my point though. She just made up a reason. Well, no, she took the advantage of an existing reason, put some shit on top of it, and you see, this is why. This is why we couldn't stay together, because we would have been toxic to each other. We would have been just yelling and screaming. Why would you be yelling and screaming? Because he fucks other people, and I don't think that's fair to me. So we had to get the divorce, because now he can still fuck the same people. Come on, yo. So no, we're not getting back together. And honestly, that's probably the healthiest choice we could have made for everyone involved. No, it's not. It's not. You're lying to yourself. And I'm not going to I'm going to read what he wrote, but he's kind of right if you want to like pause and read it. But listen, essentially, and everybody's kind of alluding to this at least a little bit. But God, you're going to get up to sign up for this is essentially going to be a guy who sounds like he doesn't have a real backbone. He's going to be a guy who just wants a pretty face to be with. That's who's going to sign up for this. Because you have to be, again, married to him. Look at the activities you said you do. You have to be married to that man. Still, just without the papers. You're going to get a guy who has no backbone. So get that leader shit out of here. Or you're going to get the guy who goes, I'm a leader, and then all his rules are yours. Like, he don't have rules, he just has yours. You hand him the pathway he leads with, and that's how you do it. I'm a leader. Oh, let me see what page 3. Oh, my wife's okay. Yeah, so this is going to be done this way. That's the leader you're going to get. Which you probably don't give a fuck about. Probably all okay with that. So, misnomer. Let's go find some more. Okay, this guy says, a beautiful girl, still tied to her ex. It's not that she doesn't want to take their child away from the dad. If he's truly great, they can work out a schedule, weekend, school, breaks, whatever keeps him involved. The truth is, she's the one who doesn't want to be that far from him. Deep down, there might still be a flicker of hope for reconciliation. A truth needs to face. She needs to face with honesty. She responded, thank you, love. I enjoyed this. Oh, they had a back and forth. I'm not going to expand it. You guys can go to Kendra's Instagram and read it. This guy says she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, but doesn't want children by that man. Makes it possible for her to stay home. No, she wants to be a stay-at-home mom to be better mother to the child she has by another man. Got it. And then she eventually says, I agree 1,000%, but it's getting views and comments. I feel that's the reason it was edited this way. Thank you for allowing me to shed light on it. Oh, so it sounds like, again, I'm not going to read all of that, all those back and forths, but it sounds like she feels like Kendra, you know what, fuck it, I gotta look it up and see something. I see you didn't watch the video, just to clarify, I'm open to having children, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, oh, appreciate the clarification because highlight chop up isn't working. Okay, so she feels like Kendra chopped it up purposely just to cause a little bit more interaction in the comment section. That's a fair assumption. She does work in entertainment. People forget that when you work in entertainment, it does not matter what you do. There's a chance that the person who's hosting the page or whatever could smudge some shit up just to like get more involvement, which comes off to a lot of us as a lie. So I was looking for a woman. Looks like this is a woman. Let's see what she has to say. I think she definitely needs to find someone in her state that would just be easier to navigate. But other than that, I think she's cute. Has a healthy relationship with the child's father, which is rare. She seems really sweet and well-spoken. I'm sure she'll find someone. Again, the first part I agree with. She absolutely needs to find someone in Oklahoma, not just Oklahoma, but like literally like in like 1 hour maybe of driving distance. Because again, otherwise, how the fuck is this attractive to anybody? Explain that to me. How is this attractive to anybody? It doesn't seem attractive to me at all. Not as we getting married. If we can just like have a firm fucking around ship, cool. And what I mean by that is it's the most open-ended of a relationship you can get. Like, we actually do have to break up for it to be over. But there's like no real this is going anywhere type of ordeal. Because this sounds like a painful ass. I gotta be on his schedule. And his schedule is on your son's schedule. So I gotta be on a fucking kid's schedule that ain't mine. You know, I could imagine how annoying it is just having this. I hear people talking about their kids' activities, and they're kids. So if, I could imagine if I'm on other people's schedule and it's not even my fucking kid. I can't even say, this nigga, he trash at soccer. Why the fuck is he in soccer? I can't even say that. Because then it's insensitive. But I would literally vent if it was my kid. Maybe not to their face, but I'd be like, what the fuck? Really? Nah, we ain't paying that. He going to like the whack soccer league. The cheap one that they ain't even got real like uniforms and shit. Cause he ain't no good in soccer. Like, that would be a real like point of contention, if I'm using that correctly. Another woman says, good thing she dates and married outside her race because these black men aren't getting going sugar. She has a beautiful personality, is stable, pretty, and willing to be with a man with children. Oh. What? Let's read that again. Good thing she dates and married outside her race because these black men aren't going sugar. Aren't going what? She got cheated on. Oh my, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. She literally got cheated on by her non-black husband and said he won't act right to the point she had to leave when the child was 2. But yet somehow it's a good thing. So ignore the cheating. Ignore it. You're not gonna charge Vietnamese dudes up with that. But if he's black, then you know, hey, get the fuck out of here, yo. That's what I'm talking about. This, because it's black is bad, but anybody else you just give a fucking pass to? Get out of here, yo. This is a little, so I'm actually going to read this interaction here. Somebody said, it's Sugar Destiny, whoever that is, said, you never start, stay at home wife. I don't know what that means. Is she telling her you don't start doing that? I don't get it. But anyway, her response was, hopefully it would deter the unqualified ones. But seriously, I am looking for a partner who is ready to build a life together. And if that includes a stay-at-home wide down the road, then great. If not, have a great job. I'm an entrepreneur and in school. So we will be good either way. It's a go, not a demand. Now that just adds to it. So you're married technically still by practice, and you're in the school. And then you said you're an entrepreneur, which I don't know if people know this, but that those hours vary. So I don't know what, like, do you gotta get up at night? Do you gotta like what, like, I probably should go back and like try to get understanding of what she does, but I'm not. But let's just focus on the in school and what did she say? The fuck did she say? I forgot where I was, but that's a lot. That is a lot of different directions that you have to deal with. In school, got a kid, halfway married. What the fuck? And then says, build a life together. It ain't built yet. Shouldn't we just be talking about merging at this point? Dang, like, yo. Nah, we can merge. Like you've already built it. Like, y'all don't see that? You don't see that you've already built your life? You have a kid and a ex-husband. How the fuck is this that you want to build? How are we there when you're in that situation? That shit crazy. Okay. But hopefully it would toward the unqualified ones. What makes them unqualified? So that right there, again, you get to have a stink ass attitude because what? People don't agree with you. And now you're just anybody just unqualified. This is why those red pill channels and Kevin Samuels existed. You get to be, again, I'm only stating this because it's to put in perspective what you have to work with. Because I fit the first one I'm going to run off here. But just, again, to put in perspective, you're an overweight mother of one who's still halfway married to her ex-husband. Somebody has to qualify for this. What the fuck are the qualifications? Other than, yo, other than like I'm a non-beater, I don't beat chicks, I don't steal from them, I'm halfway decent. Like what are the qualifications for that? Ooh wee. She might need to find someone in Oklahoma. I doubt anyone wants to move there. And then she responds with, for sure, that's what it's looking like. So you can just be rational with the woman that says it. But if a guy says it, I wouldn't want to be with you anyway. Like, I really get tired of the whole, if men are in this comment section with something to say that isn't positive, it's okay to point them out. But you are willing to be very rational with the woman who said the exact same fucking thing? All right. Yes, Kendra. This another woman says, yes, Kendra, say it again. She sounds selfish as fuck. She responds, really? I would love to hear your opinion on what made that selfish. Honestly, I felt if I were to upload my child, I think she means uproot my child from his father, the two follow behind a man, that would make me selfish. But I'm open to hearing your thoughts. What? You see how polite that was? She put in all caps, selfish as fuck. But you can politely say, I would love to hear your thoughts because I just figured it would be selfish I did the other thing. But if a dude, any dude says, yo, that shit sound mad selfish, yo. It would be a Dusty who you can be nasty when it's a dude. Listen, if y'all gonna do this, I no longer want to hear anything about, see, men talk to women this way, but if it's a man, it's all fair game now. It's absolutely fair game. Try to get a couple more. Damn, we're at 57 minutes. Yeah, might as well just run out to an hour. You want your new man to move because you're your ex man? Oh, get back with your old man. She says, I'm not asking anyone to move with me because of my ex. I'm simply wanting to maintain a healthy co-parenting situation for the sake of my child. It's about balance and respect, not about getting back with anyone. A new relationship for me would never compete with my ex. It's about finding someone who respects the family I'm building for my son and me. Thanks for sharing your thoughts, though. Ma'am, how did you say no and then say yes? You said no, but you described yes. He simply said, because of your ex-man. Not for, because of your ex-man. And then you responded in 3 different ways to say, no, I'm just trying to stay here because my child can see his dad all the time, i.e. because the dad is here. Like, that's the same shit, man. Holy shit. Married to an Asian and have a kid by him. Not likely a brother is going to wife you. Uh, I don't really know. Oh, okay. I don't. I've never heard any black guy really having that discussion, so I have no clue if that's an actual thing. Um, I understand why because of the internet. I definitely understand why people would be hesitant to do that because now, like before the internet, I was never really thinking about this race shit like this. But now it is very apparent that there are people, specifically thinking of black people, who go and have situations, kids, marriages, whatever, with other races, And then when that fails, blows up in their face, then they go, I guess I gotta go back to black. Like, whoa. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't think of me like that. And I don't, you can be a black person, you can be another race. I don't care. For you to immediately slap a thought or a label on me and then just like, well, you're all I got. So no, I'm not. No. Because and it's keeping it to a relationship sense. I don't look at black women and immediately go, likely gonna deal with this. Likely gonna do, I got a baby that. No. I go by whatever I see, hear, that. I don't understand the people with this mindset. I don't get it. But I mean, I guess maybe. I'm gonna read this last one because he always says that. So I'm read this last one, then I'm done because I'm at an hour. He says she wants an alpha male who is a high producer, who is highly attractive, to follow her where she is and build his life around her and her ex-husband. Ha 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 ha. And then she says, "Oh, okay." So I'm gonna sign off with that and speak on this last comment. I'm really I don't really think, speaking when I see women on here on the show, I don't really think that they really put themselves in that type of position. I'm not sure if women's logic just doesn't do that, or if they just like again are just trying to like avoid reality. Because one thing that I like when they have these back and forth, even on this dating show, it's like, okay, this guy you're describing, you have to really think. He obviously is going to have, even whether he's having sex with them or not, a lot of women like lined up waiting. Which you gotta, okay, why would you move to the front of that line? Yeah, he might see you on the show. He might watch your show. He might even DM you. But you still have to understand, you gotta really like move to the front of his line. Or in a case that a lot of women have uncovered, which is whenever a guy just decides that he wants to get married and they're waiting on him, which apparently a lot of y'all do, you have to hope that he chooses you of all the rest of them. Well, again, same shit. What will put you at number one? Because again, everybody says the typical shit of why somebody would pick them. Like when she asks the questions, why would somebody be lucky to have you? Which I hate that question, because most people are just normal ass people, not something that's lucky. But you hear the same response. Oh, I got my own stuff. I'm a go getter, hard worker. I don't need for nothing. Like it's all the same shit. So what would make you be number one? Because at that point, all he really has to go by is either his comfort with you or how attractive you are. Because again, all y'all say the same shit in this regard. So in this specific case, again, she said she wants a guy that turns heads. Like essentially, she said she wants a man who's fine as hell, just don't want other women but her. Okay, again, overweight with a child. This guy that turns all these heads, that she said has some money, right? Has some, like, again, it sounds like what she was alluding to is at least 80. Damn, can I get 80 out you? So a guy who's, I guess, in the top 25%, to be generous, of earnings, fine as hell, you got to really now ask, do you move to the front of what he has to choose from as overweight with a child and you're still technically married? You have to be honest and accept that, like that marriage part thing. You are still halfway married, minimum, to this man. You might do that out of love, being a good mother, but you're still halfway married to this man. So to state the list again, overweight, got a kid, halfway married. Who is fine as hell, good with women, got at least something in his wallet. What is the idea that he's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you really got to take that into consideration. Really do. But I'll end it there. You can go check it out. Be right, not positive. I'm out.